welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I recreated this TikTok viral makeup look. Actually, I should just say internet viral makeup look because I've seen it all over TikTok, all over Instagram. This look has been blowing up. So of course I wanted to try it out for myself. It looked like such a beautiful look. I will go ahead and put the original artist right here with her original photo. She's just absolutely gorgeous. Her looks are insane. I just followed her over on Instagram and she's just beautiful. So shout out to her for creating this really beautiful look that ended up trending on both Instagram and TikTok. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I created it on myself. I was a little bit skeptical. I wasn't going to try it out at first because sometimes these more creative looks are a little bit more difficult than you guys actually think. But I am here to tell you that this look was actually extremely easy to do. All you need to know how to do is blend. I literally used one brush for every single pastel shade today. Yep, just one. So I'm super excited for today's video. Before we jump in, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. And of course, without further ado, if you would like to see how I created this rainbow pastel under eye today, then just keep on watching. Alright, you guys, so let's get into this look. I needed to just take a moment for a second. I got some not so great news literally right before starting this video, so you guys can see my face is super flustered, very red. So we need some full coverage today. I'm going to be using two NARS foundations. I'm telling you, I found a match made in heaven. And also really quickly, I did go in with these niacinamide drops, I believe. They do drops basically from Glow Recipe, and they were phenomenal. It gave me a really beautiful like glow underneath the foundation. But anyways, back to the foundations. I'm using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation and also the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. Now, I love both of them, but the problem with the soft matte is because I have dry skin, it would look a little dry on me, and I felt like it was a little difficult to work with. But when I tell you guys that mixing it with the light reflecting foundation is a game changer, the coverage is immaculate. I am obsessed with this combo. If you have both of these foundations, definitely try it. So for cream bronzer, I'm going to be going in with the Soul Body Bronzing Cream. This one's in the shade medium, and you can actually get this on ColourPop's website if you guys are interested. But I'm going to be taking this and basically just warming up the skin. Complexion is going to be super simple and easy for today's look. So I'm just going in with that cream bronzer, and you guys can see it literally melts into the skin. It is such an amazing product, and you get so much of it, so it's definitely worth the price. Now you guys can see I did not use any P. Louise base for today's look. Instead, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm just going to conceal my eyelids, get rid of all that discoloration, all those veins. I want a really nice blank canvas, but I didn't want to use P. Louise because I'm not really using eyeshadow on my lids today. We're not doing any colorful, insane look on the lid, so why waste product when I can just use some concealer and cancel out any discoloration on my lid. Now, keep in mind this is a concealer, so it will crease if you do not set it. So I am going to go ahead and just set it with a little bit of the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This powder is phenomenal. So I'm just taking a flat brush and just setting my eyelid so that way, of course, I don't get any creasing and that concealer stays in place. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the One Size powder from Patrick Starr. This powder is phenomenal, and you guys, I'm pretty sure you noticed I have not done concealer yet, and that is because we're going to be doing it last. So I'm going to go in and just set my face lightly with this powder. It's going to give me a little bit more coverage and just make sure nothing moves. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Bronzing Palette. I'm going to use those three shades in the front. You guys, I am obsessed with this palette. It is so good. It blends so well, and the colors mixed together are just perfection. I'm obsessed. So I just went ahead and bronzed up my skin, and that is basically complexion. So let's get into the fun part. For my under eyes, I'm going to go in with these two concealers from Morphe. One is a skin tone color and one is completely pure white. And you could go in with just white, but I don't know. This was my first time doing this look, and I didn't want to go overboard. I always tell you guys less is more. So you guys will see I did go in and blend this out, and to be honest, this gave me the most beautiful bright under eyes when I had applied that white concealer just in the center and kind of sandwiched it with my color concealer. I might have to do this with like one of my regular colorful bright makeup looks because look at that. super bright. I was obsessed. But for today's look, I needed a little extra brightness. So like I said, less is more. So I just went in with a little bit more of that white concealer, packed it on again, and then re-blended it out until I was happy with the brightness. To go off camera and of course do one eye off camera, I am obsessed. This look is so fun. As you guys can see, I decided to use pastels for my recreation of this look, and that is just because I felt that pastels would be so much easier to blend. So I'm taking the GLAMLITE Ice Cream Dream palette and I'm going into the shades Mochi and Bubblegum. I just mixed the two together, popped it in my inner corner as well as bringing it down to the under eye. Then I'm going to jump into the Beauty Bay Pastels palette and I'm going into the shade Daydream, which is a beautiful light lavender. And the brush that I'm using is phenomenal. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles brush. And the number of the brush is L28. You guys, I literally just dipped into each shade, and as I was switching them, I was just rubbing off the previous shade on a paper towel. Very simple and easy. The blue eyeshadow is also from the pastel palette from Beauty Bay. That one was the shade Cloud Free. And now I'm going into the greens. I did mix both greens, which are the shades Daze and Serenity, and I just packed that right after the blue. And then of course we're going to go in with that beautiful bright yellow that's called First Light. And like I said, it's just about creating that really beautiful gradient rainbow, and I'm not really focusing on blending at this point. I'm really just focusing on placing the colors exactly where they go. So now I'm going to mix the shade Pumpkin and the shade Golden Hour, and I'm basically just going to apply that right after the yellow. The reason why I had to mix the two is because the one inside the Beauty Bay palette was just a little too pastel, so I needed a little bit of depth, so that's why I went into the GLAMLITE palette. So as far as the liner, I wanted to use a red liner. A lot of people use kind of like an eyeshadow and kind of just to suffuse it, but I wanted mine to be really nice and bold. So I'm going in with the Suva Beauty Water Activated Liner. This one is in the shade Bomb AF. I actually got this in a little set that they did for Pride one year. So if you guys can find this shade, I definitely recommend it, but any red liner will do. And I will go ahead and link the brush that I'm using down below in the description box. It's just that same Michaels brush. It is phenomenal. So I went ahead and created a small wing, and then of course dragged it out onto my lash line and created a little inner corner flick, and this is what it looks like. Now I did go ahead and clean it up with just a little bit of concealer, and you guys can see the eyelid right now is just a little bit too bare. So what I did to kind of like not make it look so bright is I went in with a little bit of my bronzer on a fluffy brush and I just ran that right through the crease, and this is just going to help give the eyelid just a little bit of depth. It's not really anything you would notice if you didn't know I actually applied bronzer in my crease. So for me as an artist, it made a huge difference, and I'm so happy I decided to do that because the eyelid was just looking a little too bare and a little bit too prominent, and I really wanted the focus to be obviously the under eye. So I needed a red eyeshadow. I did dip into this one from the Carnival XL Pro from Be Perfect, and I just added it next to the wing, and I also took a bigger brush because I wanted this shade to kind of blend into my blush. I wanted a really beautiful faded gradient, and I feel like I was really able to achieve that because I used this color as the last color. Because you guys can see next, I'm going to be going in with this super bright orange blush from P. Louise. It is so beautiful, and that just meshed so well with the red eyeshadow that it was just seamless. I was obsessed. So all I need to do now is basically just pack on the colors again on my lower lash line and blend them. But before I do so, let's get into the lashes. So I'm going in with an eyelash curler and just giving my lashes a nice curl. For mascara, any mascara will do honestly, but this one right here specifically is the Patrick Ta mascara. It's really nice. I actually have been enjoying it a lot, so I definitely recommend if you want to try it to give it a try. And then for lashes, you guys know your girl loves her some Popsy lashes. These are the Popsy lashes in the style Princess. I wanted really big, bold, fluffy lashes for this look because it was so simple. I feel like the lashes needed to make a statement, so that's why I chose those. And then for my waterline, I'm going in with the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Exit. Any white eyeliner will do. You can absolutely leave it pure white, but I kind of wanted it to kind of match the under eye. So instead, I went in with the white liner, and then I took a flat definer brush brush and I just dipped into each shade and packed it on to my waterline. So this is a really great tip if you're trying to do a creative look like this. It's also a really great tip if you're someone who doesn't own a million different color eyeliners and you're trying to get a specific shade. Just pop on a white eyeliner and then just use your eyeshadow and just press it right on top, and it's going to create that really beautiful color for you. So I went in with each shade again. I went in with the red, a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, some blue, and some purple, and I added that to my waterline. And then now is the point where I just went in with that same brush and just re-intensified the colors, re-blended them, and it kind of dragged them down just a little bit. Now I will say with this step, you do need to take your time. You do need to have some patience because not only are you working with colorful shades, but they're also pastels. So definitely keep that in mind. A really big tip that I have for you guys is this next clip right here. I did take that same big brush and it has no product on it, and I just rubbed it against the edges of all the colors, and that's how I got that really beautiful melt. Like, you literally can't even tell where it stops. It just melts into my complexion, and that was the goal. So now I'm gonna go in with some bottom lash mascara. This is the MAC mascara, and that basically completes this rainbow under eye. I am obsessed with this trend. I think it's so much fun and it's actually so easy to recreate. So this was my take on the viral rainbow under eye trend. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All the details will be down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.